Hi, sisters and brothers. God bless you guys. So, yesterday this came out on the, let's see, on Monday. Trump has had Netanyahu visiting here, and they have been discussing this peace deal that Trump wants to unveil between Israel and Palestine. And also, too, I seen that Guatemala will be moving their embassy to Jerusalem as well. So, I don't know, that kind of struck me. So we'll see who's going to follow after that. But anyway, so Prime Minister tells U.S. President Israel still needs to protect itself, says possible price Israel may have to pay for Jerusalem recognition not discussed. And in this article, it talks about, because they were asked a lot of questions, and, I guess they didn't talk about Kushner because his security clearance had been demoted, and there's a lot of things they didn't talk about, which I'm pretty sure they did. When someone says, I don't recall, me doing, I was a security officer, and I had to work around police officers, and, that was the number one thing when they say, I don't recall. They always took that as really fishy. But anyway, so I want to read over this article. So less than 1/4 of his meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump on Monday was devoted to the Palestinian issue. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told reporters hours after leaders sat down at the White House. The issue of the Palestinians came up in the terms I described. The security question, Netanyahu said, not more than quarter of the time we discussed the Palestinians. So he's saying, I don't want to rule over the Palestinians. We just want our land. And the Israeli Prime Minister added that the Trump administration has not showed him its much anticipated peace plan, which officials have said they are finalizing and plan to unveil in the near future. They have given no specific timetable. I'm just going to call him Bibi. Bibi, for his part, would not say whether he supported the emergence of the Palestinian state as part of that plan. I haven't named it, but I've defined it. The Palestinians should have the power of government, accept the power to threaten us, he said. Asked by the Times of Israel if he told Trump that he supported, at least in principle, the establishment of a Palestinian state, Bibi merely said he told the president didn't want Israel to rule over Palestinians. We have no desire to govern Palestinians, but we have every desire to protect ourselves, he said. The main thing is that the security control west of the Jordan River remains in our hands, and we cannot see anyone else assuming that responsibility. Well, that makes sense. You can go into interpretations, but I don't care about interpretations, he went on. But sloganeering doesn't accomplish anything. So, responding to a follow-up question over whether he told Trump that it's essential for Israel to separate from the Palestinians for the sake of preserving its status as a Jewish majority democracy, Bibi said, I said we won't want to govern them, and we don't. I'm not interested in governing them in Nablus or Ramallah. Bibi was also asked whether Trump ever explained to him what he meant by his past statements that Israel would pay for his decision to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital and move the U.S. embassy there. It didn't come up, he said, not in this construct. Asked if it ever had come up, Netanyahu said he could not recall. It certainly didn't come up today, he offered. So then it talks about Kushner, who is also his point man on the peace process, recently having had his security clearance downgraded. The Israeli leader said this matter did not come up in their discussions in which Kushner himself participated. We did not talk about Kushner. So, Kagi regarding Iran, which Bibi called the central issue. And I agree. And when I had that dream, Russia, Turkey, and Iran. And the specific issue of fixing or nixing the 2015 nuclear deal, Bibi said there are 60 days for the president's decision on taking action regarding the accord. He was very interested in my advice and insights. So, and then when they had, full text of Trump and Bibi White House remarks. Let's see, this was March 5th. He goes on, he says, oh, beautiful, they're just special, they're wonderful people. We are close on trade deals. We are very, very close on military and terrorism and all of the things that we have to work together on. So the relationship has never been better. And Mr. Prime Minister and his wife, it's a great honor to have you. Thank you. I want to tell you that the Jewish people have a long memory, so we remember the proclamation of the great King Cyrus, the great Persian king, 2,500 years ago. He proclaimed that the Jewish exiles in Babylon can come back and rebuild our temple in Jerusalem. We remember 100 years ago, Lord Balfour, who issued the Balfour Proclamation that recognized the rights of the Jewish people in our ancestral homeland. We remember 7 years ago, President Harry Truman was the first leader to recognize the Jewish state. And we remember how a few weeks ago, Donald Trump recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital. Mr. President, this will be remembered by our people throughout the ages. And as you just said, others talked about it, you did it. So I want to thank you on behalf of the people of Israel, and I look forward to our discussions on both challenges and opportunities. So when he talks about the King Cyrus, now remember recently they just minted a coin, a silver coin. It has King Cyrus's head on it, and it has Trump's now. And it is issued, you can buy it or pre-order it, right now, and people in Israel can buy it, or wherever you can buy it. And they're using the money to help pay for it. Well, this is what the article said. They're using the money to help pay for the temple. So that's just blows my mind. They're basically putting recognition as Trump as a king. And they used to use this denarii, I believe, when they, in Bible times and before, when they went into the temple, they would drop a coin. And it's just crazy. So I look forward to those discussions, but I want to itinerate that what you just said, Mr. President. I've been here for nearly 4 decades with talking and seeking to build the American-Israel alliance. Under your leadership, it's never been stronger, and the people of Israel see your position on Jerusalem. They see your position on Iran. They see your magnificent defense of Israel and the truth in the United Nations. And I, as a prime minister, see something that you, as president, see, but others can't see. The extent of our intelligence and other cooperation in matters that are vital to the security of both our peoples. Let's see, there was something here. Okay. Let's see, if I had to say what is our greatest challenge in the Middle East to both our countries, to our Arab neighbors, it's encapsulated in one word: Iran. Iran has not given up its nuclear ambitions, It came out of this nuclear deal emboldened, enriched. It's practicing aggression everywhere, including on our borders. And I think we have to stop this country. The chance, death to Israel and death to America. Iran must be stopped. This is our common challenge. So there that is. Here's a question. Mr. President, when do you intend your peace plan? Are you going to come to Jerusalem for the opening of the embassy? I may. They have started, as you know, construction, and I may. We will be talking about that and other things. So, and then he talks about how they're trying to do it quickly and inexpensively. They put an order in front of my desk last week for $1 billion. I said, $1 billion? What's that for? We're going to build an embassy. I said, we're not going to spend $1 billion, and we're actually doing it for about $250,000. Now it's temporary, but it'll be very nice. $250,000 versus $1 billion. Is that good? Bibi says, yeah, it's good. And then they're asking him if he's going to be there for the opening. And Trump's saying, if I can, I will. But, I'll be there again. Israel's very special to me. He's working on it. He's going to try to get there. So, anyway, it was just, okay. This is years and years of opposition and, frankly, hatred. And a lot of things involved in this deal beyond the land. And I will tell you that if we could do peace between Israel and Palestinians, that would be a great thing for the world. It would be a great thing for this country and for everybody. And then you have Putin, putting out videos of virtual assimilation, videos of missiles coming and landing over in Florida. Now, Florida has that huge military base. It's the intelligence, I guess, or something like that. Like Central Command, something like that. And now he's saying that he has a rocket, or not a rocket, an underwater drone, missiles. And they're top of the line. They're the best in the world. And he's saying that there is nothing that's been created or invented yet that would counteract or knock out the missiles that he has. They're top of the line. And he's trying to say, people, the world didn't listen to us before, but now are you listening? So, we have all these things just happening right now in the country. And then I seen an article about how Korea, Kim Jong-un has agreed to sit down and talk with Trump or something like that. So I don't know what's going on, guys, but man, I know that when they say peace, peace, there will be no peace. It'll be sudden destruction. And we are getting so close to the start of the tribulation, you guys. And I don't know. I think, the next few months are, I'm not setting dates or anything, but we are watchmen. And, this is what we've been called to do. I don't know. I really think the next few months are very high watch times of the start of the tribulation and of rapture. Tell everybody you can about Jesus and lead them to God, lead them to Christ. And we don't have a lot of time left, you guys. But I love you guys, and I hope you're having a blessed day.